Wake up, sheeple, okay? Nikki Nasty's got something to say again. It's a new week, a new brain cell has been formed. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for all the love on my last video where I talked about whether it girls quit. It's been so fun that I got to dip my little toe into the commentary video essay world, and now I'm just skinny dipping into it. And so many nice people in the community have welcomed me with open arms. They too are skinny dipping. We're hugging nude. It's been so exciting because I've been making the same kind of content for like the last 4 years on my channel. And so this is something very new to me. So the fact that people are excited about it and are willing to press a little subscribe button and being like, I would listen to her talk again. It's very thrilling to me. So thank you so much. It's true. It is me who has caused D'Angelo Wallace and Emma Chamberlain to rise from the dead. So it's okay. You can save your applause. Don't worry. Today's video is a bit more serious and I'm a bit angrier. I wasn't angry in the last video, but I'm pissed off now, okay? And I've been ranting about this since a certain situation has happened that I'll get into later on in the video. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about why your body positivity may not be so positive and you may just be fatphobic. I'm heavily inspired by Meosaurus. I don't think anything in my head is an original thought. Everything in my head is just a video that I've once seen, especially by Meosaurus, and I'm like, oh my god, this is a new thought of mine. I'm like, nope, she already did a video on this. This is just an old thought that is resurfacing. There's been many videos made about body positivity, how it isn't actually so positive, and body neutrality, which I'll get on into later on in the video. But would it be the internet if I didn't insert myself, a skinny white girl, into this topic of conversation? No. I have to insert myself. It's the rules. Let's talk about where body positivity originated from if you didn't know. Body positivity has its roots in the fat acceptance movement of the late 1960s. Fat acceptance focuses on ending the culture of fat shaming and discrimination against people upon their size or body weight. And surprise, surprise, this isn't anything new. Skinny white girls have taken this and have basically capitalized off of it. And brands, okay? They're not free reign here, all right? We're gonna also call them out. Brands too. Brands love throwing the words around body positivity around. It seems to be the buzzword of like the last few years. Clementine, I swear to God, if you're gonna keep playing with your toys out loud, mommy's gonna take away your toys. Mommy's trying to make videos so that mommy can afford more toys for you. If you ever hear me yelling at someone in the background, it's always just gonna be my cat, not a child. Because if there was a child in my house, that's like my biggest nightmare, so let's not even get into it. Mommy's gonna send you back to the farm where you came from. She was dumped at a farm. Okay, let's keep going. A bunch of brands have been like, self-love, we don't retouch our photos, yada, yada, yada. You guys have all heard this before, okay? I'm not gonna pretend that I'm this informational new video essay channel. I assume that you guys are smarter than that and know a thing or two, okay? I saw someone who commented and said that I should stop talking about my personal life in my video essays, and no, oh my god, if I can't talk about myself, then I don't want to be on the internet. Someone has to listen to me. I am an only child. But when I am talking to you guys about who is truly grabbing the body positivity movement by its balls and dragging it through the mud and capitalizing off of it, I'm really just talking about the fitness lifestyle influencers. I know these types of videos are supposed to include videos and pictures in the background so you have something pretty to look at. Look at me, okay? I look nice today. And also because I don't really feel like calling people in specific out in this video. Just go on your explore page or go to like hashtag booty gains or something like that on TikTok, and you will find it. I remember I posted a picture in high school, non-ironically, with the caption, hashtag booty gains. It was on my fitness Instagram account. Yeah, I used to have one as a minor. Anyway, I posted hashtag booty gains, and then a 26-year-old man at work was like, I saw your picture, hashtag booty gains. And I still have that visceral reaction every single time I think about it. I know a thing or two about a thing or two because I too fell into the fitness influencer lifestyle trap on Instagram when I was a minor too at that. Like I said, I don't want to use videos or pictures of people's bodies on this video to make a statement. I feel like I can do that without calling specific people out or embarrassing others or posting pictures of their bodies without their consent, so we're not going to do that. Anyway, like I said, there was a situation in which I saw some things last week on the internet, and it made me feral in a bad way. But before I get into that, I did want to thank today's sponsor. I'd like to thank ThredUp for sponsoring today's video. One of my favorite ways of shopping is thrifting, which is why 90% of my closet is thrifted. And some of my favorite pieces that I own actually come from ThredUp. If you didn't already know, they're an online consignment and thrift store, which I've talked about in the past because I absolutely love them. And they believe in a sustainable fashion future. Stick around for my special code to save some money at the end. Today, the entire outfit that I am wearing is thrifted from ThredUp, and I feel like it is very me. These Abercrombie & Fitch jeans were an estimated retail price of $125, and I snagged them for only $32.99. I also got this new favorite vest of mine, which I've gotten so many compliments on. It's totally my style, an estimated retail price of $150, and I got it for only $36.80. Get 30% off your first order and free shipping when you use my code Nicole30. Thank you, ThredUp. Because of these sponsors, I am able to buy toys for my cat and keep her happy and potentially fill my whole entire home with cats. So thank you so much, ThredUp. Okay, so back to my story. A little while ago, I was following an influencer who has since turned into kind of like a fitness influencer, I guess you could say. Kind of exciting because I saw them use their platform for true good. They really got into weightlifting, which is really exciting because I'm very much so into weightlifting and have been for like the past 5-6 years off and on. And I really saw them post awesome content about it and being a really great influence for people. That was until I saw them start to post videos of them, how many calories they were eating and severely under eating. On top of that, using phrases like, I'm going to be so hungry, I am starving, this is all I can eat today. And I was like, holy fuck, that's an awful message to send out. Okay, lapse in judgment, I could only hope. I thought we exited that when we like left Tumblr, like the pro Anna era. Anyway, and what really got to me was when they recently made a video of them, super toned, super fit, like a 6-pack on this person, okay? They're standing to the side and they grab their stomach, which is all just skin, might I add, because they are very muscular and very fit, and said, you know what, I'm so proud of my progress because if I looked like this 2 years ago and grabbed their skin and they're like shaking it, and like, if I looked like this 2 years ago, I literally would starve myself. I would not leave the house. I would hate myself. I would not see anyone. I could not even bear to look at myself if I looked like this 2 years ago because of how insanely bloated I am, because I'm about to get my period. But I'm so proud of the person that I am today because I'm very accepting of it and I think I look great. What? Oh my God, my jaw just cracked because I'm so angry. Mind you, very skinny person trying to jiggle what is just skin there. What the fuck possesses you to make a video like that? All this reminds me of is an old friend that I used to have who consistently spoke to me in that way. Whenever I was going through any type of struggle or any type of hardship, they didn't know how to properly express to me that they had empathy towards me, and all that they would be able to say is, if I was in your position right now, I would kill myself. Oh my God, I would jump off a fucking bridge. I would not be able to live with myself. I can't even look in the fucking mirror because I'd want to kill myself. That's how they spoke to me. Thank God this person's not in my life anymore, but oh my God, like I like fucked up my FAFSA in college and I was in big trouble. And they were like, I would kill myself if I were you. And I'm like, that's not making me feel better. No one is feeling better with you being like, I would kill myself. You're so strong for that. You're so strong for not killing yourself. What the fuck? First of all, this person was now reminding me of an old friend. I'm like, oh my God, triggering for that reason enough. But do you realize that your body positivity is just fake positivity? Are you trying to convince yourself that you love your body, or are you trying to convince the internet that you love your body? Because it kind of sounds like the latter. And that you could have just cut out the whole first part of what you said and not been so fucking fatphobic? just a thought, all in the name of positivity. Because 2 years ago, I would have hated this person, but now I'm accepting of it. Imagine what that could do to a person who is actually bloated or has a belly or just has fat on their stomach. And you are saying, like, if I looked like you 2 years ago, I would have killed myself. But now I'm like, okay with it, like, it's fine. Newsflash, not everyone has a toned stomach, okay? I don't think I've really ever had a very much so toned stomach. I am in a constant state of bloating. I fucking IBS, it's no secret. I had to get a camera shoved up my ass to figure out why. I literally am bloated 24/7. It doesn't make me feel good. Someone who is seen as a skinny person, it doesn't make me fucking feel good that you would have killed yourself had you looked like me, how I look 24/7, let alone someone who is fat. Someone who in their not bloated state just looks like that because it's fucking normal. But to you, you had to emphasize how much you would have hated yourself. But it's body positive because now you're okay with it. And that made me so mad that I was like, I need to make a whole goddamn video about this. This isn't the first time that I've seen this happen, where people will body check. And if you don't know what body checking is, it's essentially where you're obsessively looking at yourself, and either in photos or videos, and it's with the intention of checking to see how your body looks. You can tell the difference between a casual video of you showing off your outfit versus a body checking video. How do I know? Oh my God, I used to take fucking millions of body checking photos and then send them to people and like late at night and be like, do I look normal? Does everything look okay? Because I have OCD, and I cut that shit out because that was harmful to not only me and to others. It took a lot of work though. And this toxic positivity where you're showing so much force in how much you love your body now and how much you hated it in the past, I can't stand it because I was coerced into similar thinking. But it seems like the new wave of toxic body positivity that isn't really even real positivity, turns out that it's just being fucking fatphobic. Showing pictures of yourself in the past and being like, I thought I was so fat. I was so fat. But guess what? I wasn't fat. I never was fat. And you're not fat either. You're beautiful. First of all, fat is not an insult. So if you are getting insulted by the term fat and also are telling others that they are not fat, they are beautiful, as if the two cannot exist on the same playing field, you have a lot to work through. People can reclaim the word fat and use it to describe themselves, especially if it's been used against them their entire lives. And for you to come on here and now be like, I was so stupid for thinking that I was fat. I could never be fat. I'm beautiful just the way that I am. That's another reason why I don't feel the need to post videos or photos, is because you're probably already thinking of someone that you know on social media. That's the shitty thing about it, is that we all know somebody, whether it's from our high schools or on social media, or fuck, maybe it's us, who all have this skewed way of thinking about our bodies and are so obsessed with being body positive, as long as it's positive towards those who are skinny and in shape. But if you're fat or bloated, it's not really included for you. And all the people in my life are skinny like me, and God forbid if I ever got compared to someone like that. Or God forbid if I were to ever get called fat. I think what has happened over time is that we've all gotten very obsessed with our bodies, but not in a very good way. And knowing every single angle of ourselves, it's obsessive and it's not helpful to anyone. I feel like this has happened with almost every fitness influencer that I've ever followed ever. But it's kind of a cycle of body positivity, love yourself, and then they eventually start showing their calories, and then they start talking poorly about their past selves, and restrictive diets, whether they realize it or not, and bad talking certain food groups. I'm like, what part of this is body positive? Because this just seems body obsessive to me. And I can fucking say that. A bitch has OCD. I know obsessive, okay? The O in Nicole stands for obsessive. N stands for nasty. I stands for intermediate. C stands for colonoscopy. O stands for obsessive, okay? L stands for lady, and E stands for endoscopy, because I also got that. So many moons ago, I had a trainer. I did. I wanted to get fit. I wanted to get sporty. I wanted to get strong. I also always admired weightlifting, but I didn't know a thing about it. So I got a trainer. This trainer was very young, only a little bit older than me. This trainer did not have the proper experience. I was also this trainer's first client, and I truly wish this trainer nothing but the best here on out, and I hope that they are doing better. But a lot of their issues and their problems were put onto me. During sessions, I would hear so many fatphobic comments towards other people. I should have dropped them from that point on, but I was too naive to do anything about it. I was advised to take progress pictures of my body twice a week from all different ridiculous angles and send them in, which was fucking crazy because I was out here sweating, literally like practically naked, taking these photos, making sure that I'm posing just right, and I'm what's it called? Flexing just really good. Progress pictures? Every like 3 to 4 days? Was that truly necessary? I got extensive nutrition advice when this person had no degree or certificate or training to really do so. My whole entire calorie intake and diet was run by this person who was a year older than me. Keep in mind, at the time I was a minor. And I think to myself, like, did this fuck me up long term? You know what I mean? Because the eating habits that I had then that were not so good still affect me to this day. When I got to college and I was eating at the dining hall and I couldn't scan every single barcode of every single meal that I was ever eating, I was told that I could make no progress or get any benefits unless I was tracking all my meals, that it was impossible, with like a little sad face. And that will stick with me forever. That fucked me up. That is body obsessive. That is, it's fucked up on so many levels. But I thought at the time I was doing good for myself, not realizing until, other people in my life told me that's not normal to be taking so many progress pictures. That's not normal to be scanning the barcode of every single meal ever. And like, oh, I can't go to the dining hall because I need to be able to scan everything that I eat. That's not normal. But I was like, this is the epitome of health. I was like, this is fucking awesome. This is body positivity, because this person is encouraging me to gain weight and muscle and get booty gains. Like, this is body positive. No, bitch, it was body obsessive. My relationship with my body and food and exercise has changed so much now as a 22-year-old versus when I was a minor. First of all, right now, I currently do work with a trainer, and the sole reason that I work with them is to get stronger, healthier, and I'm fixing an injury. You wanna know what my injury is? I got sciatic nerve pain because I went to a Tame Impala concert and I shook my ass a little bit too much. Booty gains. My trainer and I have never spoken about my body. I've never taken progress pictures. They're not giving me unsolicited nutrition advice, telling me how much to eat. None of that. Not to say that a trainer in your life cannot do those things, that they're certified to do those things and you want them to do those things. Go ahead. But it's so cool that the benefits are now like, let's get you to lifting more, let's get your energy levels up, let's get your sleep better, and let's getting you fucking strong as fuck so that if you need to beat someone up, you can do so. I don't body check or take pictures of my body at all really anymore. My relationship with food is better than ever. I buy the food and I eat the food. Yum. And honestly, the biggest thing that has helped me is body neutrality. Body neutrality is just the state of being grateful for what my body can do and understanding that it is a little capsule in which I, Nicole, am in. It looks really cool sometimes, and I get to decorate it sometimes, and it does really great things for me. I get to move around, I'm able-bodied. I love giving it the resources that it needs, food, sleep, yada, yada, yada. And I just don't sit here trying to be like, I need to love the way that I look 24/7 or I'm failing. It's just so much easier to accept it for what it is, be grateful for it, and move on, and not obsess over it. And of course, this is easier said than done, and it's been something that I've been practicing for a while now. I just have decided that it's not really my business what I look like from every single fucking angle. I don't need to prop my phone up on the dresser over there and then walk back, put on self-timer 10 seconds, and do all these crazy fucking fucking poses. Oh my God, it's literally not really my business. It's not my business what others think of me. If me and my friends take like a group photo, I refuse to talk badly about me in the photo. Like maybe I'm making a silly little face, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, delete that, I look so stupid in there, retake it, I look ugly. It's just a photo of me. That's what I looked like for that piece of time. I think being on YouTube has also helped because I have to film myself and then I have to see myself in the viewfinder, which I stare at the whole time anyway because it feels like I'm talking to someone. And I do like the way that I look. And then I have to sit there and edit it for a few hours. So like, yeah, I'm very much so aware of like what my jaw looks like from all these different angles. I'm aware what my nose looks like when I go like this, when I go like I'm aware, but it's just a waste of time for me now to obsess over it. It just is. It's not to say that I'm perfect with it, because I'm not. I have a skin picking disorder, which is very tough because it's very heavily appearance based. It is part of my OCD and it can really affect my confidence, especially when I go back into my skin picking ruts. You can't tell right now because Kosas concealer is great. What I also found really benefits me is surrounding myself with people who also speak positively about themselves or like don't give in to shit talking about themselves. We all know at this point that self-deprecating jokes are pretty bad for our mental health. And I like surrounding myself around people who are not so deprecating all the time. And my best friend G, if she listens to someone speaking poorly about themselves, she won't give into that conversation just to relate and shit talk herself. And I am so inspired by that. And I have picked up on that habit because of her. If someone else is talking poorly about themselves, you don't have to contribute to that. I like having friendships that are not based off of hating ourselves. I think what I want the main takeaway from this video to be is, how do we perceive ourselves and our bodies? And are we simply just thinking too much about it? Do you find yourself body checking or giving in to these trends where we speak negatively about our past selves just in order to speak positively about our current selves? Do we outwardly say if we looked a certain way, how negative that could be, not taking into consideration that there are people that look like that? I.e., do we jiggle our imaginary blow and then say, if I looked like this 2 years ago, I would starve myself? And if we do, will we realize how shitty that is and how harmful that can be? Do we still perceive the word fat as an insult? And do we still look down upon those who are fat? Are we giving too much of our valuable and precious time to obsessing about the way that we look and our bodies and being upset that we can never get to the point of 100% loving ourselves, even though that's pretty much not realistic or possible? And are we surrounding ourselves with people who speak negatively about themselves constantly? And or maybe are we the friend who is always speaking negatively about ourselves? I think reflecting on what kind of person we are and what parts we want to change in order to be better for ourselves and those around us is really important. I realize looking back now, I wasn't benefiting anyone by body checking and taking photos of myself and sending them to people late at night and being like, do I look normal? I realize that. I realize now that me shoving this toxic fake positivity down everyone's throat was doing more harm than good. And I think it'd be a good idea to reflect and ask yourself, am I really being positive about bodies out there, or am I just being obsessive about bodies? And this is not to say that body positivity is a bad thing. It's not. And body neutrality just happens to work better for me. Everyone is different. But just reconsider the language in which you're using and the things you're doing in order to prove your point. Is what I'm saying. Anyway, that wraps it up for me today on today's video. That was very cathartic for me to be angry, even though I've ranted about this to like 7 people already in my personal life. If you like this video, please make sure to leave it a like because that will count so much. Also, leave a comment if you have any advice on how to dip your little toe into body neutrality, if you found that it's something that has helped you and maybe others are trying to join the little movement so they could, dip their toe in or skinny dip into it, whatever. If you want to follow me on my other social media, Instagram, Twitter, Depop, Spotify, it's just at Nicole Rafiee. And if you want to follow me on my TikTok, where my cat is kind of famous, it's at Nikki Nasty. Make sure that you subscribe if you want to be nasty, because if not, you're disgusting. Once again, thank you so much to ThredUp for sponsoring today's video. Make sure that you use my code Nicole30 to get 30% off your first order and free shipping. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go give my cat what she wants. Look at her. Oh my god, I'm such a bad mother. I'm gonna throw up. Look how cute you are. Okay, say goodbye.